Hello everyone, it's Linda from Full Moon Studio. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new, and thank you if you've just subscribed. So I'm here today with my design team project for Cara Brandon Creations for March. Let me show you the kit that I've used first. It's called Clover Keepsakes, and Cara did design it as a St. Patrick's Day kit, and of course that was the 17th of March. So I am a little bit late. It's still March though. But I think, as you know, Mr. Mac and I have had COVID, and I am left, you can probably hear, with a wee bit of a hoarse voice. So I do have a glass of water beside me, so I may have to stop and have a sip every so often. So anyway, let me get to it. Oh, the other thing is I've got an eco tank. The old HP finally gave up the ghost. I bought an eco tank, but I am still playing around a wee bit with the settings. So I'll show you a couple of things about that as I go along. But, you know, I'm very, very pleased with it. I'll tell you that. I am thrilled and delighted with it. I just need to, you know, get my head around a few things. So anyway, so this is the first page of the kit. These beautiful, beautiful Victorian ladies. And I love this. In behind here, the most gorgeous leaves. And well, it's a vine. Leaves and grapes and things. And then you've got all the sort of Celtic knots, as Irish stamps. And as I say, these lovely, lovely portraits. Now, that is me printing on my usual photomat paper, and that is high quality. That's what happens when you get standard quality. So, you know, let's do it like that. Quite a difference, you know, so depending on the look that you want. I mean, it's still printed perfectly, but obviously it hasn't used quite as much ink. So, you know, horses for courses, use whatever setting you personally prefer. But I've done all of the rest at high quality. So that's the first one. Then we've got this one with this lovely patterning in the back and various little bits and pieces as a music, something about St. Patrick's Day, and just, you know, little bits of ephemera on that one. Then again, this is another one that's sort of got a collection of ephemera on each page. I love the top hat. And, you know, there's a map of the British Isles, and yeah, lovely. And then all these shamrocks in behind it. Actually, in behind here is a bigger map of the British Isles. Here's Ireland. I can see Donegal. The rest of it's a bit obscured, but it is there. And oh, that's really funny, because almost, yeah, I can almost see us. Huh. So there we go. Right, so look at this one. Isn't this beautifully, beautifully detailed? All these different collages. Now, I haven't made a journal. I've made a tag book. So what I've been doing, a lot of these pages, I have just literally cut out bits and pieces. I've had her out of it. I've had her out of it. And then various other little bits and pieces as well. So that's the four, maybe five main pages. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4 main pages. Then we get to the background pages. So this is absolutely gorgeous. It's a glitter shamrock, Cara called this. So this lovely patterning again, some music and script, and then these beautiful, well, they look like shamrocks that have been, you know, punched out of green glitter paper. And it does really show that it's glittery. It looks really pretty. This is another background page. So again, the kind of Celtic patterning, the shamrocks, some stamps, various bits and pieces, music in behind as well. This one is just a very simple background page, but very nice. Again, shamrocks and Celtic type, almost like lace patterning in that one. Then this one is actually a ledger page. I'm not sure if it's showing up very well, but you've got this kind of yellow coloured ledger and then more shamrocks. So that's that. Now, there were 3 pages of tags, and I've not reprinted them all. So there was a page with the 6 small tags, like that. And then each of these came out 3 to a page, so the bigger ones. And that's mainly what I've used as the base for my project. These were pockets, and again, I've cut out these little images from there. And then there were 2 sheets of super ephemera. So the ladies again made smaller, some very nice quotes. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. Irish blessing. And I love this one. It's an airship. It's called the Shamrock. And then this is the last one. So various bits and pieces. And as we go through, I'll explain, you know, what bits I've kind of cut out and everything. So because I haven't really been feeling well and up to doing very much, I thought, well, I'll have a go at making a tag book. Because I could just sort of work on it a little bit at a time. And I'm really pleased with how it's come out. And I do have to say an enormous shout out to Tracie Fox at Love Junk Journals, because she has the most fantastic series of videos up making these. She's got 2 sets of 5 videos. The first was making it with one of her kits, and then she made them again with just book pages. So well worth a look, and I will link Tracie down below. And while we're talking links, of course, I will link Cara's YouTube, Facebook and Etsy shop down below for you as well. So here it is. I have made a tag book. I've got 10 tags. So, you know, what I was doing, I was just sort of making a tag when I felt like I could make a tag. And then over the last couple of days, I've put it together. So this is sort of a last minute addition yesterday. So I've made a little charm. It's on with a bulb pin. And I'll take it off the bulb pin. What I've done is just punched out that Shamrock from the ephemera page and backed it onto a piece of card and then glossy accents. So it's quite stiff. As I say, it was a last minute thing. So if I were to do it again, I would probably make it double-sided. But that's okay. I'm going to experiment. I went through the hole with the pokey tool. I'm not sure whether I could do it with the crocodile, but I'll probably give it a go. So we'll pop that there. And then I've tied this up with this hand-dyed piece of silk. Denise was doing some super stuff the other day, hand dyeing ribbons. And I remembered years and years and years ago, and I do mean years ago, I used to do silk painting. It's one of the first crafts I did. And silk paints are long gone, but I still have a couple of the silk scarves, plain silk scarves. So I thought, do you know what? I'm going to sacrifice these. I'm never going to paint them. So why don't I just tear them into strips and have a go at dyeing them? So that's what I did. And I dyed it with some distress inks. Yeah, oh, and I think actually I used a mixture of distress and some Stampin' Up inks as well, but that came out rather nicely, so that's that. Okay, so here's the tag book and here's the front cover. So I've stitched around everything. When I made the original, Tracie's original book, the idea was to stitch all the way through, okay? But I broke 3 needles on my sewing machine. Now, it may have been the thread, and I will have another go. But this time what I did was I just stitched the tags to make them decorative rather than strong. But overall, I think I will try to stitch the 2 together. But of course, it's a bit awkward once you're getting it in the sewing machine. Anyway, so that was that. I have mounted... the things that I put on top have come up a little bit. They're mounted on an extra piece of cardstock, stitched round again. So I've cut this little lady out. I've got some little Tim Holtz bits as well. This is an old Prima flower. Excuse me. And I've got this lovely bit from the ephemera sheet. It says green, gold and Irish. So that's that. The lace tags, well, I only put 3 in. Next time round, I think I'd put one on every one, but I wasn't sure. I mean, it's fine, but I think I would put more next time. So that's the front cover, and let's open it up. So on the second page then, I've got this lady cut out. I've given her a little bouquet, which is something out of one of the Tim Holtz ephemera packs. And then this is a resin flower from years ago from Stampin' Up. So I've popped that in the middle, couple of labels, and that's the second page. So on page 3, I've got this lovely butterfly ephemera piece, journaling card from Cara's Ephemera. I've popped a label on, I've put some little green bling on it. I've used quite a lot of sort of old card making and scrapbooking bits and pieces on this, and got the one of the quotes in here, "May the road rise up to meet you." Now I've got a wee tab on here, bulb pin, and I've got a little charm, little brass charm hanging off of that. So this page is just you know, a collage tag. I've added in another of the little flowers. This says, "Let your Irish heart be strong and true." So I've cut that off of a bit of the ephemera pages, and the flowers just come from my stash. This page, I've added some lace underneath here. This is one of the little girls I cut out of the pocket. Little butterfly again, with a little bit of bling on it. And that little word "beautiful" probably had "forever and a day," but I just thought it was fine there. And then this one has also got a tab on it and another little brass charm. And then that brings us to what is effectively the back cover when it's all tied together. So I've cut the lady out again and backed it onto one of Cara's journaling cards. There's a washi sticker behind, a Tim Holtz mushroom and label. And I've also used this ephemera piece from the kit that says Ireland. So on this one, this is from the kit, but I've added a couple of my own labels and another of these resin flowers. And then I've made, on the next page, I've made a pocket with a butterfly and a few bits and pieces. And then I've stuffed in all of the extra bits of ephemera that I had left over. So that says St. Patrick's greetings. Had this dear, darling little tag, little portrait, and this little chap on a library card. So they all live in there. And that's one of the tags from the kit that I've just put a tiny strip extra paper along. And that's that one. And then we go over again, and this is probably one of my favourite pieces. So butterfly again against this lovely journaling card with the alphabet on. I've used some photo corners and a wee bit more lace and a little quote from the kit. And then we've got another pocket. I put 2 pockets in. So again, one of the tags from the kit, and then various little extra bits of ephemera. There's the airship again, the Shamrock. So I've done a fair bit of stitching. Most of the things I've decorated by stitching around. And then that's us back to the front cover. So I'll just open it up like this. So altogether I made 10 tags and then decorated them all, and then made the hinges with fabric and then glued them together as I went along. That kind of takes a while to get yourself you know, organised into what order you want things in, but I think I'm quite pleased. That's the other side. I wasn't sure quite how these would work, but actually I think that's okay as well, because I, you know, had thought about them hanging out the side, but hadn't thought about them flat. But that's okay. I think it works. So yeah, that was my tag book. I am really pleased with it. I've got to say, I am actually really pleased with this, and I'm definitely going to be making more of these. I think they're really cute. Great little project. Although I say that, it's taken me longer, you know, actually to put together than you might think. So although it's a tiny piece, there's probably more work in it than one might imagine, but that's okay. As I say, I've thoroughly enjoyed making it, and I'm very, very happy with the outcome. So I'll just pin my little charm back in there. On you go. There we are. So thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.